Well, good afternoon. It's another day, and it is April 22nd, 2020. And I'm here today, Wednesday, with another devotional thought. Yesterday we had our prayer time. Monday, focused a little bit on the fighter verses. Tomorrow we'll be reciting of the fighter verse. And I hope you're doing that along with me as well as you can. But today I'm going to share some thoughts that I have. I've had these thoughts for a little while now and just simply haven't found the right day to share them yet. But today is my son's birthday, and my oldest son's birthday, and he really one of his favorite groups that he likes to listen to is a group called 21 Pilots. And 21 Pilots is a secular group, but they have an interesting sound to them, while they also, I think, have lyrics that are almost philosophical. And in some ways, when I listen to their lyrics, I think it sounds like Ecclesiastes. There's lyrics to one of their songs that I found humorous and oh so true at times. It goes like this: I wish we could turn back time to the good old days, where our mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. The song is simply saying back in the day when we were kids, we had no stressors. We really didn't have any problems back then. And so I wish we could turn back time to those good old days, because now we're adults and now all we are is stressed out. You ever felt like that before? I think especially in the midst of this time period, people can be feeling those types of stressors for a multiplicity of reasons. We have obvious concerns for people's health, maybe our own health or family members' health or friends that live elsewhere. We have concerns about the economy and how is this all going to affect us in not only the days or weeks, but in the months and years to come. We have all sorts of things where we can feel stressed out. And I think many of us will say to ourselves, I wish we could turn back time. I wish we could go back. I imagine you have felt that before, that you just want to go back to normal. You just want to go back. Well, it's interesting. Isaiah, he's studying the book of Ecclesiastes right now, and he came across the verse in Ecclesiastes that he says kind of confronts that song. It says, say not, why were the former days better than these? For it is not from wisdom that you ask this. It's not from wisdom for us to say, why can't we just go back in time? Why were the former days better than the days now? Why can't I have that today? It's not from wisdom that we ask that question. I actually believe that when we long for the good old days, we fail to live, we fail to learn, we fail to grow in the present time. When we say that we just want to go back to normal, I can get that phrase. What we're saying is we're wanting to interact with human beings face to face. We're wanting certain things. And yet at the same time, from a scriptural perspective, God never takes us backwards. He always is moving us forward. That's why I think the writer of Ecclesiastes is saying it's not from wisdom that we ask these things, because wisdom sees things in light of eternity. And eternity is calling us forward. In Philippians, the Apostle Paul tells us about his own pursuit of godliness. And he says, this one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead, I press on towards the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ Jesus. And then he goes on to say, only let us hold true to what we have attained. It's like we're in a race. And we've made it to a certain point, and now we're in a new point. And by the way, many things are not going to be back to normal in the days, weeks, months to come. There's going to be a lot of different things going on. What's happening today is going to affect our future, and we're going to feel it. If we're always longing for the past, we're not going to be moving forward. Spiritually, we're not going to grow. We're not going to mature. Instead, what the Apostle Paul says is, learn. And what you have already learned, take that with you on into the future. And every single day, learn and grow and strive to move forward by the grace that God has given to you in Christ Jesus. If you have trusted in Jesus Christ, you have the wisdom of God. You can press forward to that day when you see Jesus face to face. You can walk through this current valley and not just long for the past, but instead long for the future. And in light of that longing for the future, run today. Run today with endurance. I hope that gives you some encouraging thoughts for today. And if you have any additional thoughts or even prayer requests, feel free to share them here on my Facebook page. Thanks for listening.